So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see the solution of this problem, that is climbing stairs. We have already discussed the problem statement in the previous video, that what it was trying to ask from us and what are the things that we need to return as our final solution. So we will quickly move towards the solution part. So the topic that we are going to use in order to solve this problem is of DP, and otherwise this problem can also be solved using the recursive method. Okay, so in order to solve this problem, we need to create a table of size n plus 1, where n is the number of steps to reach to the top. So if we take this example where n is 3, so the size of the table is going to be n plus 1, that is going to be 3 plus 1 equal to 4. Okay, so we will create a table of size 4 here. Okay, so since we are solving this problem with the help of the table, the method is known as tabulation. And the things that we need to keep in mind while using this approach is these three basic things. First is the what is the meaning of this table? What is the meaning of the data that it is going to hold? Okay, followed by the direction, and then we are going to basically travel and solve, travel and fill this table, and by filling this table, we'll get our final solution. So what this direction means now, we will understand this thing. So before that, we will understand the meaning. So the meaning of the data that this table is going to hold is the number of distinct ways in which we are going to reach to zeroth stairs from that particular stair. Suppose we are at zeroth stair, we are at zeroth index. So this cell holds the data that if we are at zeroth stair and we need to go to zeroth stair, what are all the distinct ways? And what this first this cell holds, the data that if we are at step 1 and we need to go to step 0, what are all the distinct ways? Similarly, this cell holds the data that if we are at 3 and we need to go to 0th stair, what are all the distinct ways? So if we try to fill this table, what we will get is, suppose 0, 1, 2 and 3 is there, no? So 0 to 0, we are going to consider it as 1. Okay, if we are at 0th stair and we need to go to 0th index, there is going to be 1 way. So we are going to put this as 1. Now if we are at stair number 1 and we need to go to stair number 0, what are all the distinct ways? So it will be only a single way from 1 to 0. So we will fill this with 1 here. Now suppose we are at 2 and we need to go to 0. What are all the distinct ways? So we can jump to 1 and then from 1 we can jump to 0, or we can directly take a jump of 2 here so that we can reach to 0 directly. So the number of ways are going to be 2. If we are at 3 and we need to go to 0, what are all the distinct ways? So we take a jump of 1 followed by a jump of 2, or we can take a jump of 2 followed by a jump of 1, or we can take a jump of 1 at each places. Okay, so there will be 3 possible ways. So if we try to understand the logic here, that if we are at 1, basically the data that it is going to hold is same as its previous. So if I is equal to 1, basically f of n is equal to f of n minus 1. We can conclude this thing because from the at 0th step we have the data 1, and at the first step also we have data 1. So f of n is equal to f of n minus 1, and from thereafter if we take a look, if it is 2 or greater than 2, what are all the datas, what is the data that it is holding is similar to the sum of the previous two. So f of n is equal to f of n minus 1 plus f of n minus 2 for all the all the upcoming values. So if 2 is there, if 2 is there, so it will hold the sum of the previous two, that is 1 and 1. So we will get 2 here. Suppose 3 is there, so it will hold the value of 3 minus 1, that is f of 2 plus f of 1. Okay, so 2, the value is 2 here. It is going to be 2 plus 1, that is going to be 3. So we have filled this thing. So in this way, we can fill this table, and the value at the nth index, basically suppose if the stair size is 3 here, so at third index of this table we will get the number of distinct ways in which we can move from from basically we can move to the top of this staircase. That is the thing that we need to return as our final solution. So I hope you have understood this, the logic part. Now we will code this thing out.